The Gundam Exia is absolutely one of my favorite Gundams in the entire franchise. It's sleek, focuses on melee weapons, and is represented as extremely agile. The high grade and the real grade gunpla kits of the Gundam Exia for me is an absolute blasphemy to the Exia name. That's just my opinion, please don't hate me. So, if that's the case, if you're looking for an absolutely posable Gundam Exia that won't take too much space on your shelf, I suggest you go for the Robot Damashii Gundam Exia. Hello to the global Gunpla community, welcome back to the Mobile Suit Hangar for yet another review. Today we are going to look at the Robot Damashii Gundam Exia. This thing right here is an action figure, not a Gunpla. And this action figure was released in 2009, so this thing is 13 years old. So yeah, I'm absolutely not the first owner of this toy, as you can see with the condition of the box. So the box includes somewhat an instruction manual and some promotional brochures for the other Robot Damashii Gundam Exia variants. Looking at this figure, I'd say it's a good representation of the Gundam Exia from the anime. Like what I said, it's sleek and it looks very agile. Like what I mentioned earlier, I'm not the first owner of this figure, so I got this for cheap and it's missing its left close fist. I don't mind anyway. As for the weapons and accessories, you'll definitely get the entire Gundam Exia arsenal. Starting with the hands, you're supposed to get 3 pairs of hands. The closed fists, the open hands, and the weapon holding hands. I guess my struggle with the hands is that the socket for the ball joints are on the hands unlike your regular Gunpla. It's quite scary to handle. As for the weapons, the GN sword also has the same gimmicks and articulation like the ones we have on the Gunpla kits. It can be transformed into the rifle mode and back to the sword mode, which can also be held in an upright position. To equip the GN sword, you just simply use the holding hand to hold the handle and attach the square peg to the right forearm to secure the GN sword in place. As for the GN shield, it's quite detailed just like the RG Exia's GN shield, and it also attaches to the left forearm via the square peg. Next up will be the GN short blade and the GN long blade. These two weapons can be simply equipped using the holding hands. When storing these weapons, you'd need to use these two adapters that are attached to the hips. The downside of having the GN blade stored would be limiting the mobility of the hips. Last but not the least would be the GN sabers and the GN daggers. Again, these weapons are very similar to what we have in the Gunpla versions. Get the handle, then attach the beam saber effect part. Once more, these are held by the weapon's holding hand. For storage, these beam saber handles are attached to the back of the shoulder armors and the back skirt armor. Oh, before I forget, you also get an extra V-fin just in case you break or lose the other one. For the articulation, the head can move all the way up and down, forward and back, side to side tilt, and the 360 spin. These yellow fins have some articulation as well. You don't have to worry about breaking these fins as these are made of rubbery plastic. The shoulder armor can move up and down, the arm can go all the way up, rotation at the shoulder, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, and ball joint at the wrists. You also have butterfly joints at the chest. These chest pieces can move independently as well. And oh ho 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 ho, look at that ab crunch. Absolutely splendid. The torso can flex sideways, but the pivot at the waist is quite limited. The locks for the GN drive can be opened to reveal more of the GN drive, and the GN drive itself also has an independent articulation. The front skirts are the only pair of skirt armor that move. Now, the hips are absolutely tight and ooh, I don't like the sound of that. The hips can move out that far. The knees are double jointed. And the hips also have some rotation. This back ankle armor can move up and down. This one at the front though does not. As for the feet, they have an insane range of motion. They can go all the way down, all the way up with a secondary bend at the dorsal part of the foot. And oh my god, the left and right tilt of the feet is totally sick. I can definitely do dynamic ground poses with this. Before I forget, here's a side-by-side comparison with the HG Gundam Exia. The Robot Damashii is non-scale, so it kinda looks a bit shorter than the Gunpla counterparts. If you want to make aerial poses with this figure though, you'd have to use the genuine Tamashii Nation's action base. Final thoughts with this figure. If you have the chance to buy this, go get it right away. This action figure can absolutely go above and beyond with posing unlike the high grade and the real grade. Despite this being a 13-year-old figure, it still holds well and there are no loose joints. Well, mine just has a lost left fist, so unfortunately, if you are a Gundam Exia fan and you are into action figure posing, you won't find brand new reprints for this action figure anymore. Your only chance getting this would be toy collectors who are selling a pre-loved Robot Damashii Gundam Exia. I'm just absolutely lucky to find this at the 2022 ToyCon PH. And there you have it. I hope you guys liked this 2022 review of the Robot Damashii Gundam Exia. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!